This is the hanging knee circle. It's done in hip flexion. So it's open chain. The lower leg is just kind of hanging vertically. The foot is relaxed. Now, when I perform a hanging knee circle, it will look something like this. Okay, but there are tons of details that go into this because it's easy to cheat and do it wrong, and it's very difficult to hit the target very precisely if you don't understand what is supposed to be moving, but then also what is not supposed to be moving. So first you have to understand that included in this hip circle, when we do the precision version of it, is we have to understand how to internally and externally rotate the lower leg. So first, you have to be able to externally rotate the lower leg and internally rotate the lower leg. And I'm doing that independently without my ankle doing it for me and without my hip doing it for me. It's independent. The reason why that's important is that when I perform the hanging knee circle, as I'm coming through the circle on the inside, my lower leg is externally rotating. And then as I come through on the outside of the circle, my lower leg is internally rotating. That's very hard to do super slow. Additionally, as I'm creating the circle, I have to minimize the motion at the hip, and I have to completely eliminate movement of the pelvis. So I wouldn't want to do a pelvic motion, but realize that once I stabilize my pelvis and start the knee circle, my hip is moving a little bit because it has to, but I don't want it to move a ton. So at the slowest speed, I have to really focus on the tibial internal and external rotation. So remember, as I come to the inside, I'm externally rotating. As I come to the outside of the circle, I'm internally rotating. And I can feel this. You can actually see I'm trembling because I'm working so hard to try to mobilize the target. Now, when I increase my speed, I lose some of that precision, but I'm going to do my best to try to hang on to as much of it as possible. Things should feel a little looser and more relaxed, maybe a little bit more rhythmic as I try to coordinate a hanging knee circle with as little pelvic motion as possible, or actually eliminating the pelvic motion, but trying to move the hip only a little bit. But practice that slow speed, because that's where you get the precise mobilization of the lower leg as you work through the circle and the knee is flexing and extending.